The chemical scare around Syria is receiving a skeptical response, and not only from Assad's government, but now the very people seeking to bring him down. A senior rebel official has dismissed Washington's reports that Assad was arming chemical warheads, saying it was all part of a media game. But, as RT's Gayane Chichakyan reports, even fabricated allegations can prove deadly.
U.S. officials said intelligence agencies have detected that Assad's government has been preparing its chemical weapons stockpiles for possible use. The Obama administration's message to Syria: the U.S. is ready to act.
If you make the tragic mistake of using these weapons, there will be consequences, and you will be held accountable.
There will be consequences. There will be consequences.
We have sent an unmistakable message that this would cross a red line.
The media quickly picked up on the alarming news of the Syrian government's alleged plans, citing secret intelligence.
After Fox News confirms that Syrian troops now have the deadly nerve agent sarin gas weaponized and at the ready.
The Syrian government flatly denied the possibility, saying it would not use such weapons against its people.
We would not commit suicide. We fear there's a conspiracy to provide a pretext for any subsequent interventions in Syria by these countries that are increasing pressure on Syria.
The Syrian government sure knows that if they use chemical weapons, it would give NATO and some of their Arab neighbors who are itching to intervene in Syria the green light to go ahead with their plans. Damascus itself says it would be suicidal for them to do so. But with the fear and the hype building up over the use of chemical weapons against civilians in Syria, it seems the U.S. might be preparing grounds to jump the gun on this one. The jumping the gun scenario is not new for the U.S. Almost 10 years ago, the Bush administration confidently presented false evidence to invade Iraq. America cited bogus intelligence on Saddam Hussein's chemical weapons that never existed. The invasion triggered a civil war that killed more than 100,000 innocent Iraqis. And years later, all Washington had to say about this was,
the president thought it was correct. Congress thought it was correct. Of course, I regret that it turned out a lot of it was wrong.
In the run-up to the Iraq invasion, the U.S. media was instrumental in selling the case to the public.
The Congress never had any proof ever presented, ever, of weapons of mass destruction. It all came from Tony Blair to the Cheney and Bush and Condoleezza Rice.
Now that the U.S. has drawn a red line on Syria, it has made it clear it's ready to take action. But how?
I'm not going to telegraph in any specifics what we would do in the event of credible evidence that the Assad regime has resorted to using chemical weapons against their own people. But suffice it to say, we are certainly planning to take action if that eventuality were to occur.
2 American warships are already near the Syrian coast, with some 10,000 U.S. Marines and dozens of fighter jets on board. On top of that, NATO is sending American, German, and Dutch batteries of Patriot anti-aircraft missiles to Turkey's border with Syria, meaning hundreds more U.S. and European troops will be deployed to the frontier. NATO says deploying Patriot missiles along Syrian borders is a defensive step to prevent Syria from attacking Turkey.
I don't think there's any requirement whatsoever for Patriot batteries on the ground in Turkey. Again, the Patriot missiles are designed to really protect primarily against incoming theater ballistic missiles or aircraft. The Syrians are not going to attack the Turks. The Turks have the most powerful military establishment in the region, the largest army in NATO. An intervention in Syria will be as bad, if not worse, than what we experienced in Iraq.
The Pentagon said they would need 75,000 troops to secure Syria's weapons of mass destruction. The question on everyone's mind is, are they seriously considering that kind of a massive intervention? Because that could mean another Iraq coming soon, an invasion that could be followed by years of bloody civil war. In Washington, I'm Gayane Chichakyan.